Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm Gilad, and I want to first welcome you to the first day. Hussein from CSCS and the HPC, us from the HPC Advisory Council, are doing those conferences for the seven times. So for folks who are coming back from previous, thank you for joining us. They're going to be interesting talks for the next 3 days. I want to start with a few slides just to give you some heads up and a couple of items on the conference before we start, and Hussein will add some of his view on the conference. So first, I definitely want to thank the sponsors, and without the sponsors, we couldn't run those events. Maybe we could run the events, but then we wouldn't be able to do coffee breaks and lunch and dinner. So I want to thank all the sponsors. The sponsors do have tables. There is a coffee break room, and since we are in Switzerland, we'll make sure that every 2 hours there is a coffee break. So there are tables of the sponsors in the other room. You're more than welcome to talk with them and discuss their technology and what they're doing. We also have media sponsors, and Rich from insideHPC is going to videotape all the sessions. He's going to videotape your questions and answers. And then he's going to post everything on insidehpc.com, so you can watch the videos and download the presentations after. And again, I definitely want to thank the sponsors that are helping us to run this event for the 7th time. So 3 days, packed with sessions. We're going to talk, or we have some sessions that are going to talk about technology development that were done in the last year. So since the last time we've been here, we'll hear from DK about some of his new things that he's working on, for example. And we're also going to have some new topics that we didn't discuss in the past. We're going to discuss topics around deep computing or machine learning. And we're going to talk about containers and Dockers and other elements like that. And I think we're also going to have a session about quantum computing at some point. So we discussed multiple sessions here. Today we're going to have a keynote from Calista on the Open Power Foundation. And recently, Open Power Foundation, good morning, Calista, joined the HPC Advisory Council as a member, so we do hope that there's going to be some nice collaboration between the two sides. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about big data as well, a keynote in the morning, and we're going to have an evening event. So today there is a tour to CSCS, to go to CSCS and see CSCS at the end of the day today. Tomorrow we have a dinner event up in the mountain, I believe. So it should be very nice. And on the Wednesday, we're going to talk a little bit about new coprocessors as the keynotes. And we'll end the day with discussing quantum computing. So even go to new interesting topics. So we have 3 days, many sessions, different areas, compute, GPUs, Dockers, quantum computing, and other things. We do want to have engagement here. The goal of the HPC Advisory Council is essentially to focus on HPC outreach and education and get more information to more people. So you are encouraged to stop the presenters and tell what you think or ask questions. We do want to keep on time on the other side. Sydney here, she has a license to kill. So if a presenter is off 2 minutes, then that's it. So be careful. So we do want to keep the time. We have breaks, so you're more welcome to talk with the presenters during the breaks as well. We also have a raffle, and not like last year's. We have 3 elements to raffle, and we'll actually do a raffle every day. So today there's going to be a very small raffle for people that's staying to the end of the day. Tomorrow is going to be a more interesting raffle, and on Wednesday it's going to be the biggest raffle. So there's going to be a fishbowl on the HPC Council table outside. You're more than welcome to put your name in the fishbowl, and you need to be present to win, more or less. That's my job within the HPC Advisory Council, just to put all the logos of all the members of the council on one slide. We have more than 420 members, more or less, worldwide variety. And each one of them do contribute something to the council, if it's time of people or information and so forth. The council is also running HPC Center, which provide access free of charge for people who wants to do testing, evaluation of things, benchmarking, develop of new solutions, and so forth. We just upgrade the system to the new Broadwell CPUs, so that's also available. And we are waiting to get power CPUs as well. So we have more variety of system for people to log in and use. And we're also working and continue to work on best practices. And I think we'll have a session or two maybe on best practices, on application best practices, where we focus on profiling applications and give information on how to optimize everything from a system setup, hardware components, software components in order to increase performance or productivity and things of that sort. Everything is posted on the HPC Advisory Council website. Another thing I wanted to mention here is that the HPC Advisory Council is managing the student cluster competition that happens every year as part of the International Supercomputing Conference in Germany. This year we'll have 12 teams coming from different places, which they will compete on building their own system and running applications and trying to achieve the best performance. The only limitation that they have is that their system cannot go beyond or consume more than 3,000 watts. Besides of that, everything is open, so they can build their own system, pick what kind of hardware they want, and then run the software and try to get the best performance on the system. They are competing on getting the highest Slim pack, which is something natively or that goes hand in hand with the International Supercomputing Conference, but they're also competing on different applications. Some applications they know before the competition, so they can actually go and practice. Some of the applications they don't know. So that's the first place that they will see the application will be during the competition. Folks who wants to help or participate or things around that, please let me know. And we do welcome any help around that. So for 2016, this is the current plan for doing conferences. We're making sure to take Rich with us every place we go. So the way that we choose places that Rich hold the globus and we spin it and then he put the finger. This is where we go. We did the first one in the US together with Stanford. It was also for the 6th time, I think. We're doing here with CSCS. We'll be in Germany for the student cluster competition. Then we do plan to have one in Brazil, one in Spain, and to end the year in China, probably together with HPC China. So we are everywhere, more or less. So you can go and connect with us in different places and be up to date on different publications, papers, news around our activities. So again, I want to welcome you for the 7th time here in Switzerland. It's always great to come back to Lugano. Good coffee. We have a good, I think, weather this week, more or less. It's not supposed to rain, so it should be nice.